Hello everybody, welcome to Championship Matchweek 25. If I don't sound great, it's because I'm off the back end of an illness. It was not nice having it over New Year's, but speaking of New Year's, Happy New Year! We are officially now in 2026, and finally, the 2026 part of the season can begin. Liam, he is not here this week, but he has dropped us his predictions, so we're going to quickly go over them as it's a pretty quick turnaround between videos at the moment, and let's get on with it. So in terms of the points, I'll briefly cover. I'm going to sort that out with Liam in the next video, which will come out in the next couple of days, and we will work out the total from the past video and this video onto the next video. Without further ado, let's get on with the predictions. So, first up, we have Blackburn versus Wrexham. Blackburn last time around drew, and Wrexham... So first of all, Blackburn versus Wrexham. Blackburn down there in the table. Wrexham, they are mid-table, but they did win last time around, and they are within reach of the playoffs. Blackburn, they tend to kind of get results at Ewood, but have them abandoned. New Year's Day should be okay for this to start, but I have a feeling that Wrexham will come away with a win. So my prediction is 1-0 Wrexham. Liam, though, he disagrees with me here. He's gone for a 1-1 draw. Now on to Bristol City versus Portsmouth. Bristol City doing well this season. Portsmouth, a crucial win against Charlton. Crazy. How do you concede in the 96th minute and still go on to win? That's something that's just mental, to be honest. But do I see their luck continuing here? No, I don't, unfortunately, Portsmouth fans. I've gone for a Bristol City 2-1 win. Liam, he also agrees with a Bristol City win, but he has predicted Bristol City 2, Portsmouth 0. Now on to Charlton versus Coventry. Coventry, another poor game against Ipswich last time around. Charlton, a massive blow losing like that in that manner to Portsmouth, and one of them has to bounce back. Knowing my luck, it'll probably be a draw, but I've gone for a very narrow Coventry win here, 2-1. But Liam, he's gone more comprehensive. He's gone for a 1-4 Coventry win. Now, on to Derby versus Middlesbrough. Personally, this sort of game, I don't see anything but a draw. I just think Derby-Middlesbrough is the kind of result for me that just screams a 1-1. So that is exactly what I'm going for there. Liam, though, he disagrees. He has gone for a Middlesbrough 2-1 win at Pride Park. That would be an excellent result for them. Now on to Hull versus Stoke. Stoke starting to slip down the table a bit. Hull, they're pretty steady Eddie, aren't they? Especially at home. And I just don't see anything but a Hull win, to be honest. I predict a 2-0 Hull win. Liam, he predicts a 2-0 Hull win as well, so he fully agrees with me on that one. Now on to Ipswich versus Oxford. Ipswich recently beaten the league leaders in their own patch, up against a 22nd place Oxford side, who had a very poor defeat last time around, and I don't see this being anything other than an Ipswich win. I've gone for a 3-0 win for Ipswich. Liam, he agrees with me here. He's gone for a 3-0 Ipswich win as well. Now on to Preston versus Sheffield Wednesday. And Sheffield Wednesday, they're starting to rack up a couple draws, but I don't see them coming away with any points at Preston. I've gone for a very narrow Preston 2-1 win. Liam, he's gone also for a Preston win, 2-0. Now on to QPR v Norwich. I think this one's quite a tough one to call. Norwich really needed to beat Watford, and to not beat Watford at Carrow Road, oh, that's going to put a lot of pressure on them, especially because Portsmouth won. They're now 4 points off safety, and they need to get a result here at Loftus Road. But unfortunately, Norwich fans, I don't see you getting one. 2-1 QPR. Liam, on the other hand, he also goes for a QPR win, but with the score of 3-1. Now, on to Southampton versus Millwall. Tough one to call this. I think this is a game that could go either way. I think Southampton are a bit inconsistent at the moment, and I think because this is at St Mary's, I'm going to give a slight edge to Southampton. Slight, by 1 goal. I've gone for Southampton 2, Millwall 1. Liam, he has gone for a 1-0 Southampton win. Now, on to Swansea versus West Brom. Swansea won last time around. I think both teams won last time around. And Swansea is starting to show signs of moving up. And I think their upward trajectory will continue here. I've gone for Swansea 2, West Brom 1. Liam, he has gone for a 0-0 draw. Now on to Watford versus Birmingham. Watford are flying right now. They are in the top 6. One of the strongest teams at home this season. Up against Birmingham's side, who, don't get me wrong, they have quality. They have money. But they don't have enough points for where they should be. Especially away from home. Very, very poor away from home this season, Birmingham. And I don't see this ending anytime soon without heavy investment in January. I've gone for a Watford 2-0 win. Liam, he also agrees with me on a Watford win, but with a scoreline of 2-1. Now on to Sheffield United versus Leicester. A tough one to call again. Sheffield United are still in the bottom half, relatively close to the drop, but they are getting wins, slowly pulling away. Leicester, pretty inconsistent. Because this is at Bramall Lane, I think this will be a very tight one to call. But I'm going to go with a Sheffield United win here. Liam, I've gone for Sheffield United 2-1 Leicester, and Liam also agrees with a 2-1 scoreline. Now on to scorer of the week. I'm just going to briefly cover this. I picked 2 goals for Hull today against Stoke, and I think that Kyle Joseph will be the scorer of the week. Liam, he has decided to choose Wes Burns. A pretty sensible choice, considering Ipswich are flying right now, and against Oxford it's a brilliant chance for them to get quite a few. So that is all. We shall see you in a couple of days for number 26 in 2026. See you later. Bye bye.